Hey, this is Patrick again, co-founder at Vetted Biz and Visa Franchise. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about Papa John's. We've gone through a lot of different pizza franchises. As you can see a couple of the videos, like Domino's Pizza, Little Caesars. And today I'm going to be going through the franchise costs for Papa John's, the fees, as well as some of the important financial information, such as the average sales, that you should consider before investing in a Papa John's or whatever pizza franchise in the United States. So Papa John's was originally founded in 1984. And as you can guess, it principally sells pizza and a few other food items. The franchise fee to open up a Papa John's franchise in the United States is $25,000, which is on the low end for food and beverage concepts, but is in line with other pizza franchises like Domino's Pizza as well as Little Caesars. The total Papa John's franchise cost, according to the 2020 franchise disclosure document, ranges from $130,000 up to $844,000. So, besides the franchise fee of $25,000, other major expenses that you can consider, including the opening inventory, which ranges from $23,000 all the way up to $73,000 for a Papa John's franchise. Other major expenses include the furniture, fixtures, construction, leasehold improvements, and additional funds. That's how you get to that total investment amount that ranges from $130,000, again, all the way up to $840,000 for a Papa John's pizza. If you want to open up a Papa John's franchise, be prepared to spend a lot of money on advertising. The minimum advertising fee is 8% of net sales, which is significantly higher than other food and beverage concepts, which generally have the marketing around 3% that is required. All right. So for those that are interested in opening up a Papa John's franchise, we always get the question, how much does a Papa John's franchisee make in a given year? I'll go through the financials that they provided. At the end of 2019, according to their franchise disclosure document, there were 3,200 total domestic Papa John's restaurants, locations within the United States. However, they only reported on roughly 2,300 franchise locations that basically operate as traditional locations, restaurants. They reported on 2,341 franchises that operate in traditional locations. This does not include food courts and malls or airports and other non-traditional locations for a Papa John's pizza franchise. The average sales per restaurant were $837,000. And then the median was pretty much the same at $798,000. So not a huge variance when you look at the average sales and median. However, the range was astronomical. On the low end, you had a franchisee, again, out of 2,300 franchises that reported for Papa John's in the 2019 fiscal year. Over 2,000 Papa John's franchisees reported the financials So you can see that there are some franchisees that are killing it and making a lot of money selling pizza. And there's some that are just barely scraping and probably not making much money at all. Now, when you compare the average sales, if you're going to spend $800,000 to open up a business and the sales are $800,000, assuming that you're making a 10% profit margin, it's going to take you over 10 years to recoup your capital. Even if you're making a 20% profit margin, it's going to take you over 5 years. If you spend $800,000 opening up a Papa John's franchise, and you're only making $800,000 and you have a very high profit margin at 20%, it's going to take you 5 years to recoup your capital. But I think it'd be closer to 10 years based on the financials that I reviewed and shared with you today. That being said, if you're looking to open up a Papa John's franchise or other pizza franchise, I strongly encourage you to look at second generation locations where you don't have to spend so much on leasehold improvements. And you can spend much closer to $150,000, $200,000. If you can spend $200,000 and make sales at $800,000, that's a pretty good business. And with the franchise system like Papa John's or another pizza franchise, It's a business that you can open up multiple locations and really scale up your operations. Now, total revenue for Papa John's for the 2019 fiscal year was 1.6 billion. When you compare that to 2018, it dropped a little bit, around $50 million. And then 2017, it was much better at 1.78 billion dollars. So the operating income for Papa John's corporate, again, this is looking at the income statement that Papa John's provided in their most recent franchise disclosure document, has fallen a lot. So in 2018, they had $150 million of profit, operating profit. I'm looking at it right here, and it dropped to 24 million in the 2019 fiscal year. So huge drop in terms of operating income, and a big fallout. I know they had issues with the NFL and a bit of a scandal and a lot of negative press over the past few years that has definitely hurt Papa John's, as well as increased competition from many Domino's pizza franchises that have opened up in the prior years, and competition from other pizza restaurants that have opened up that are non-franchised. So Papa John's has not done so well over the past 3 years. If you're considering investing in a pizza franchise, whether it be Papa John's or another concept, I strongly encourage you to invest as close to the minimum investment, at least for your first store. And then when you really know what you're doing and you already have 2 or 3 locations, sure, spend more money, and if you think it's going to have significantly more revenue. But for your first store, preserve your nest egg, spend as little money as possible, get that business up and running and get it profitable, and then you could look at spending more money on your second and third locations, whether that be for a Papa John's franchise or frankly any pizza franchise.